Cancer season is almost here, and this year the moon's energy is impossible to ignore. With the Chariot guiding the season and the High Priestess appearing as the overall energy, we're being called to trust our intuition, uncover hidden truths, and learn how to steer our emotions rather than be driven by them. But there's a surprising message in this reading that suggests what may be holding many of us back isn't what we think. Let's dive into the cards and discover what Cancer season has in store. On June 21st, we move into Cancer season. And as you can see from this card from Starcode's Astro Oracle, they have given the season the keyword of immerse. The crab is the symbol for the sign of Cancer, with the mantra of I feel. Cancer is a cardinal water sign ruled by the moon, whose keyword on this card is perception. The moon highlights Cancer's emotional awareness, intuition, nurturing instincts, and sensitivity to moods and environments. Cancer's general themes are around home, family, emotional security, and nurturing, while the potential challenge during this season could be moodiness, defensiveness, difficulty in letting go. Turning to the tarot, the major arcana card associated with Cancer is number 7 of the major arcana, the Chariot. This relates to willpower, emotional mastery, protection, determination, movement through conflict, and self-direction. The Chariot has the gift of emotional intelligence, resilience, determination, and the capacity to protect and nurture while moving forward. The Chariot channels feeling into purposeful action, although its shadow can be defensiveness, emotional reactivity, withdrawal, or trying to control circumstances out of fear. We are asked to learn to steer our emotions rather than be driven by them, to develop confidence that comes from inner security rather than external protection. So these are themes that also overlay the Cancer season. Now, when we add each of the minor arcana cards for the 3 decans of the season, we find the energy of the Chariot changing subtly as we move through. Cancer's first decan, from the beginning of the season through to July the 1st, is represented by the 2 of Cups, Venus in Cancer, and called the Lord of Love by the Golden Dawn. It has the themes of bonding and emotional connection. At the beginning of the Cancer season, the Chariot's willpower is softened by partnerships, reminding us that some victories are easier to achieve through union rather than through conquest. As we move into the second decan, from July the 2nd to the 11th, it's represented by the 3 of Cups. Mercury in Cancer, called the Lord of Abundance by the Golden Dawn, with the themes of community and shared feeling. So during the middle of the season, when the Chariot's energy may become too intensely focused, we are reminded to enjoy companionship and acknowledge collective support. Cancer's third decan, from July the 12th through to the end of the season, is represented by the 4 of Cups. Moon in Cancer, called the Lord of Luxury by the Golden Dawn, with the themes of reflection and emotional introspection. The final phase shifts inward, and while the Chariot might want to continue with its forward motion, the 4 of Cups says, check, are you moving towards what truly fulfills you? So while these cards represent the overarching energy for every Cancer season, let's go ahead and add some additional cards to them and clarify what's going on for us right now. So I'm using a different deck. I'll just shuffle them up and cut the deck. There. And let's take the cards off the top. So the first card we have is the High Priestess. Now this is interesting because the High Priestess is associated with the same planet as Cancer is, the Moon. So a doubling down of the Moon's energy, laced with the qualities of the High Priestess. Now we know the High Priestess represents introspection, intuition, and hidden knowledge, which fits into Cancer's energy actually very well. However, she is also challenging us to go deeper, to look beyond the obvious, below the surface to what is hidden and obscure. She also asks us to remember the vastness of our potential and remember the unlimited possibilities we hold within ourselves. While it would be a good idea for us to find time to withdraw from the everyday, even for just a very short time, so that we can still our minds and be open to accessing the deeper knowledge and truth we carry within, given that the Four of Cups is also ruled by the Moon, we may well find that when we reach the third decan of the season, things will start to fall more easily into place. We will be more successful and coming to some answers as we move through those last 10 days of the season. But we do need to set our foundations right from the beginning of the season. So let's have a look at what our current challenges, obstacles are, what's helping us, what's hindering us. And the card that comes up here is the Eight of Wands. Now, the Eight of Wands suggests things can develop very quickly and easily when the conditions are right. So it's going to be up to us to make sure that we have the opportunities we need that will allow our answers to come forward. New ideas will certainly be coming forward to us based on the Eight of Wands, and we are encouraged to keep going because we are very close to achieving our goals. This card is also a reminder that the news or information we are waiting for might show up in unexpected or disguised ways. So we want to be alert for anything out of the ordinary. You never know where it's going to lead. Moving on to the next card, which represents the underlying influences, what lies in the unconscious, subconscious, what we haven't yet seen or what we haven't yet acknowledged. And the card showing up for us here, interesting, is the Three of Cups. Another connection to the general Cancer season. After all, the Three of Cups is Cancer's second decan card. So why is the Three of Cups showing up as something we haven't yet seen or acknowledged? What is missing in our situation that we haven't yet seen? Since this is a card that talks about having more fun and enjoyment in life, is it possible that this is what's missing and in turn holding us back from moving forward? Have we forgotten how to celebrate life? Do we make time to have quality time with friends and family? Have we forgotten how to be spontaneous with those we feel connected to? Do we have a community that supports us? This may well be something we want to consider as we move into the stillness of the High Priestess. Chances are, with the Eight of Wands also in the reading, it won't take us all that long to figure it out. So what advice do the cards have for us specifically for this Cancer season? Here we have the King of Wands. What message does he have for us? I believe we're being asked to lean into his energy. The energy of the King of Wands is creative, charismatic, and bold. He is passionate and motivated to move forward. He's a dynamic instigator of change. He's always looking ahead to see what obstacles might be up ahead. And he doesn't stop because of them, but finds ways to think of another way to get to where he wants to go. So let's be inspired by this king as we move into the changes we want to implement during this Cancer season. As we move through this Cancer season, the High Priestess, the Eight of Wands, the Three of Cups, and the King of Wands are supporting us as we go within and access our inner knowledge and intuition to find a speedy solution, while not forgetting to take time out to have fun and be in community. At the same time, leaning into the creative, passionate energy of the King of Wands allows us to move through the arc of the Cancer season of connection, support, and reflection with ease. Let's round out our reading with an oracle card from the Power Animal Oracles from Stephen D. Farmer. So what additional advice do these cards have for us? Which power animal wants to come forward and support us all during Cancer season? Just cut this one. No? Okay. One more. This one. Okay. And the card coming forward is Hummingbird. Lighten up. I guess that plays into the Three of Cups as well. On the card, we can see the Hummingbird's keywords are joy, and its key phrase is lighten up. Well, let's take a look at what he says in the guidebook. Keyword is joy, key phrase is lighten up. Have you ever seen images of the laughing Buddha or the laughing Jesus? Well, these spiritual masters and many others knew that life was not to be taken all that seriously. Life is very transitory and fleeting, and although we may interpret events in our life as requiring solemnity, they're usually not that big a deal. Don't take everyday life too seriously. It's meant to be enjoyed. Have a good time, whether working, playing, resting, eating, or just hanging out with loved ones. Yes, there are tragedies and losses, and it's best to give yourself time and space to grieve, to release the tears and let them fall away. Eventually, let your grief transmute to joyful remembrance and warm feelings for those and what has come before. There's such precious little time on this beautiful planet. Make every moment count. Love and then go and love some more, no matter what else is going on. So I think that's a really lovely message for us to close this reading for the Cancer season on. I do hope that you will have a wonderful season. We're certainly moving into the summer months here in the Northern Hemisphere, a time when people naturally slow down and enjoy life. If you found this reading helpful, please like, subscribe, and share so these messages can reach those who need to hear them. Sending you all love and light and many blessings for the Cancer season ahead.